All the changes that we have learned in our part first can be broadly classified into two types, that is physical change and chemical change. So what are the physical changes? A physical change is a temporary change in which no new substance is formed and the chemical composition of the original substance remains the same, even though some of its physical properties like colors, state, shape, size, etc. may change. The interconversion of state of matter is a physical change. You might have observed that the ice when taken out of the refrigerator melts and changes into water. If this water is put back in the refrigerator, it freezes into ice again. This means that the properties of water and ice are same. There is no change in chemical composition. On melting or freezing, no new substance is formed, only the state of the substance changes. Similarly, when water is boiled, it changes into steam. On cooling, the steam again changes back into water. Again, no new substance is formed. Only the physical state of the substance changes. Characteristic of physical changes. No new substance is formed. There is no change in composition of substance. The properties of the substance remain same. The change is temporary and can be reversed by changing the condition in most of the cases. There may be the change in the state, size, shape, color, and smell of the substance during physical changes. There may or may not be any exchange of energy during a physical changes. Example of physical changes: melting of ice cream, melting of butter, glowing of bulb, cutting of grass, heating of an electric iron, boiling or freezing of water, sublimation of camphor or iodine, making of sugar or salt solution in water are the examples of physical changes. Terms involved in some physical changes. Dissolving. Dissolving is the process in which a substance known as solute mixed completely with another substance known as solvent to form a homogeneous mixture called solution. For example, sugar dissolved in water. Freezing. The process in which a substance in a liquid state changes into solid state on cooling at a particular temperature is called freezing or solidification. Freezing point. The temperature at which a liquid starts changing into solid state at a given pressure is called its freezing point. All pure substance has a definite freezing point. For example, pure water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius into ice. Melting. Melting is a process in which a substance in solid state changes into liquid state at a particular temperature. Melting point. Melting point of a solid is the temperature at which it starts melting. Solid have definite melting points. For example, melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. Numerically, the melting point and freezing points of a substance are the same. Boiling. The process in which a liquid on heating changes into its vapor state at a particular temperature is called boiling. Boiling point. The temperature at which a liquid starts changing into its vapor on heating at a given pressure is called its boiling point. All pure liquids have a definite boiling points. For example, boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Evaporation. The process due to which a substance into liquid state changes into its vapor state at any temperature below its boiling point is called evaporation or vaporization. For example, water from rivers, lakes, ponds, etc. changes into vapors due to evaporation. Condensation. The process in which a substance in vapor or gaseous state changes into liquid state is called condensation. Condensation point. The temperature at which a gaseous substance starts changing into liquid state is called condensation point. Numerically, the boiling point and condensation point of a liquid are same. Chemical change. Chemical change is a permanent change in which a new substance is formed whose chemical composition and physical and chemical properties are completely different from those of the original substance. We cook food every day from raw grains or raw vegetables. The cooking requires heat energy which is supplied by the kerosene stove, cooking gas, or an electric heater. Now it is interesting to know whether you can get back the raw grains or vegetables from the cooked food. The answer is no, because the composition of raw substances changes due to the heat used for cooking and new substances are formed. Raw vegetables on heating gives cooked vegetables. The cooked materials retains their new forms even after the cause of change, that is heating, is removed. This shows that the change is permanent and irreversible. Such changes are chemical change. Example of chemical changes: rusting of iron, ripening of fruits, bursting of crackers, growing of plants into a tree, souring of milk, preparation of soap from oil, changing of sugar into black powdery substance on heating, burning of magnesium ribbon, burning of coal, decomposition of organic material, boiling of egg, etc. Some changes can be classified in more than one type. For example, formation of curd from milk is a desirable change, a chemical change, a slow change, and an irreversible change also. Burning. Burning is a chemical change in which a substance reacts with oxygen or air to produce a new substance called oxide with the evolution of energy in the form of heat and light. For example, burning of fuel, candle, etc. Rusting. Rusting is a chemical process in which the iron reacts with oxygen in the presence of moisture to produce a reddish brown substance called rust. So, what are the characteristics of chemical changes? The change is permanent and cannot be reversed. One or more new substances are formed. Composition of properties of the original substances changes. There is an exchange of energy during a chemical change. This means heat or light or both might be given out or consumed.